Hey everybody, I decided to make a video to help you guys out tomorrow. Hopefully this will speed it up. If you guys get stuck, you're not relying on the two guys that are going to go around and help. And since I'm not there, I figured a video would be helpful. Okay, so tomorrow you guys are working on 1.2.2, which is that 3D modeling assignment. And in that assignment, the shapes that they're talking about are these wood cubes that we were working with when we were doing the isometric sketches. Okay, the idea is for you guys to make a few of the standalone parts, so separate. Then once you get good at like making a few of these, simple shapes, then the idea is for you to go in there and start adding to and subtracting to the parts to make a unique shape. Okay, this is what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking that you guys make some individual parts separately, then go in and try to make a complex shape using the additive and the subtractive method. Okay, now in the assignment, guys, you do have to measure. Okay, I'm not going to beat you guys up, but the rulers that we have are 1/16 of an inch, so every line represents a 1/16 of an inch. Just try to come close. If there's somebody in the room that feels comfortable with their measuring skills, then just blurt out what you guys are getting. Okay, the ruler should be, some should be in the middle table. You guys should be able to find that in a bin. If not, if you look to the front of the room and you look to the right, where that big projector screen screen is, guys, underneath there is that big silver toolbox. It should be on the left hand side, one of the first two, third drawer on the left. Should be some more rulers. Okay, but again, I'm not going to beat you guys up on that. I will assess you in your measuring skills at a later date. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. Okay, but before we get rolling, guys, I want to show you a couple shortcuts here. First, before you get too crazy, guys, you should probably go ahead and go into the OneDrive and create a folder and call it like 3D modeling or IED 3D modeling. If you have an IED folder, you can put a folder within a folder, but make sure you have somewhere where you can save your parts and make sure it's being saved to the OneDrive. Okay. And how you can do that, again, if you forgot, guys, is you just go into the OneDrive, boom, come up here, click on this box, or you can go into a class that you already have specifically to click in there. Okay, so I got like 3D mechanical parts, for example. You go in there, create another folder, call it whatever, and see about you're done. Okay. All right. Sorry for the recording going at the same time, guys. I don't have the software that'll allow me to stop this and only show my screen, so it is what it is. Okay. All right, so here we go. So on this assignment, you're just going to open up the... Oh, wait, another shortcut. Sorry. Looking and finding this software, guys. So you go ahead and click on the Windows button. Scroll down till you find Autodesk Inventor 2023. There it is. Click. And then you're looking for Autodesk Inventor Professional. And what you want to do here, guys, at the very least, you see how mine's on the start menu, I pinned it. Just right click on that and say pin it to the start. Mine says unpin because I've already pinned it, right? Okay. All right, so here we go. So let's go ahead, start a part. Again, guys, you're clicking on to start a sketch and you're always on that XY plane. I'm going to start with a rectangle. And I'm going to do this part, okay? There's a couple different ways of doing this part, but I'm going to do it this way. And what I mean by that is this face. So this is going to be my width, this is going to be my height, and then that's going to be my depth. Some of you may decide to do it like this, all right? So that'll be your width, that'll be your height, and then this will be your depth. You do you, okay? Whatever feels easiest and most efficient to you, you do. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and do this one. I'm going to click and drag. Now you see how that box is blue? I can type directly into that one, okay? So I'm going to go 4.5. See it, typed inside that box, and then I'm going to hit tab, and then it goes into my height box, and I believe that is 2.125. I think it's 2 1/8, if I remember right. So that's what I wrote down. That's what I'm going to call it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and finish my sketch. Bring that over. I'm going to extrude it. I'm going to call that 0.5. Boom, there it is. Now, if you look at those, guys, those edges are rounded, okay? And I believe the default is like 1/8 of an inch in the fillet. That's probably going to be good. So if you guys want to fillet that, you can, all right? You just click on fillet. Yep, 1/8 of an inch, and then I just click on all the edges that is filleted. Okay, boom, there it is. And then I could color it. So here's the color wheel up here, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. I'm gonna come, you see how the whole thing is outlined? I'm gonna click on that, and then I'm gonna pick my color, which is blue. If it wasn't blue, I could just grab this adjuster, guys, and I can just wheel it around until I get the color that I'm looking for. Boom. This one, guys, right here, this one like lightens or darkens that color. Okay. Boom. I'm done. From here, guys, I could go file. I could go save as. I would navigate, make sure it's going to my OneDrive, make sure it's going to my folder, and then instead of calling it a part 2, call it by the color that you choose. So in this particular example, blue part. I'm not going to. I'm going to hit cancel. That part would be done. Okay. The next one is I'm going to do this one because I want to show you guys a couple other little tips on modeling. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to start my sketch. I'm going to come here, and on this one, guys, I'm just going to do that overall rectangle, and I believe it is 3.125. Is that right? Tab, and that is 2 inches. Tab. Is that right? That is not right. So let's go back. I believe that's actually 5/16. So guys, when you're turning stuff into a decimal, okay, you just take the numerator divided by the 3.125. So dimension. Enter, and then this one I'm gonna call it 2.125. Enter. Boom, that's done. I'm gonna go ahead and finish that sketch. I'm gonna extrude it, and this one is 2 inches. Boom, done. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do a new sketch here. Okay. And this one, guys, I'm gonna use my line tool. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna cut this one, and I believe it is 0.375. Enter. I'm gonna hit escape because you see it still wants to make another line. I don't. I'm gonna hit the letter L. That's my shortcut for the line tool. And this one's gonna be 0.375. Also enter, escape. And then I'm gonna use a point, guys. I'm gonna use a point. I'm gonna come up here, and I'm waiting till I see a green dot. That green dot means I'm in the middle of that part. So then I'm gonna come on up on the Y. Now look at my Y. Do you see the Y? How that Y keeps going? Okay. You see that? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tab into that Y. I'm tabbed, and I measured this out, and I think it's 0.75. I think it's 3/4 of an inch from the bottom there. Boom, there that is. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 3-point arc, and I'm just going to come there, and I'm going to take it down. It's in the center, about like that. I think that's pretty close. I can see it kind of comes up a little bit. It doesn't really flatten out perfectly, but you know, this is close. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and extrude, but this time I'm going to cut it. You see if I hover, it says cut. I'm going to cut that. Boom. And, you know, I think that part would be done for me. Get the outline. I'm going to choose red. Boom. And then I would save that. Okay. Now, for you guys that are wanting to, once you've done like 2-3 parts, you know, challenge yourselves. Okay. The triangle, you know, it looks really, really tricky, right? But think about it. Okay, if you're using your line tool to do this one and no rectangles, okay, it's actually not that really difficult to do. Okay, so if you do your height and then you do this guy, if you get those two things, all right, so kind of lay it flat like that's your, you know, that would be like your origin point, I guess. It's not as tricky as it looks, okay? Because that one goes straight up, okay? And it has to be that same size right there, okay? So I would just be doing this little L piece. Alright, so it looks like this. Okay, this one I'm not going to measure. I'm going to let you guys measure. Okay, give it a go. But I'm just going to show you how I would approach this one. I would get my line tool. I would come up to a distance, whatever I measure. Okay, and I'm going to come up here. Alright, boom. And what I've done, guys, is this is what I've done. So, oops, sorry. So I went up right here, and then I came out. And now I'm just going to connect that line using my line tool. Okay, boom. I know I'm on that line because I get a green dot. Whereas that one, boom, there that is. Finish my sketch, extrude it to a distance. Looks like more like 2. No, that is not 2. What is that? That's an inch. Okay, something like that. Alright, and the reason why it looks funky is because this line right here, guys, is nowhere near the height that it's supposed to be. Okay, I did not measure anything, I just made it. Just giving you guys an idea of what it would look like. Then from here, guys, then it would be going home, starting a new part again. Okay, this time, I would just like to see you guys play. Start going all crazy, making some parts, okay? So, but I'm not going to measure anything. I'm just going to show you what it looks like, guys. Boom, there that is, for example. Then I come here. Okay, maybe I do a little rectangle that goes here. There that one is, okay? Hopefully you guys are measuring these ones to get something going, okay? Let's do a sketch on that one. Okay, let's do it. The circle, you guys can measure that, figure out what that is. Okay, extrude, there we go, boom. There's another added method, right? Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Alright. Maybe I do a sketch here. Do my rectangle. Finish it. Extrude it. Cut it. All the way through. Boom. Alright. So there you go. There you go. Complex part. Multiple pieces. See you by done. That's what you guys are doing tomorrow. Good luck. I hope this video helps you guys out. I will see you all on the rebound. Peace out. See you Thursday.